you want to go from this to this, you need to know these techniques for playing fast 3s and 4s. Fast legato strokes are the same technique you use when playing 8 on a hand, just fast. Manually stroking each note creates a full, consistent sound quality from the first note to the last note, which sounds great in exercises like stick control, where you want everything to sound the same, but it's hard to play really fast. You can speed them up using a single stroke with controlled rebounds. The downside to this technique is that it creates a natural decay where the first note is louder than the last note, but it's way faster than manually stroking each note. Some people call this a drop-catch technique, but the name simplifies the motion too much. Dropping the stick creates a slow and uneven-sounding multiple bounce stroke. To fix these problems, you need to use a downward motion above the stick to speed up the rebound, and change the amount of space in your hand to control the timing of the rebound. With traditional grip, the acceleration comes from the fingers resting on top of the stick as you rotate along the forearm for one continuous stroke that creates 3 or 4 bounces. With match grip, the acceleration comes from whatever part of your hand is on top of the stick. That might be your thumb with French grip, the bottom of your index finger for German grip, or a combination of the two for American grip. Whatever technique you use, the downward motion speeds up the rebound without having to manually stroke each of the notes with your fingers. The tricky part is controlling it so you get the exact amount of rebounds per stroke. You do this by changing the amount of space in your hand. The first note has more space, and the last note has less. I'm not squeezing the stick to stop it on the 3rd or 4th note. I'm just not letting the stick rebound in my hand because there isn't room for it to rebound. Think of it like bouncing a ball in a box. The ball bounces slowly in a large box and faster in a small box. But if the box is too small, it can't bounce. So if the speed comes from a downward motion and the number of rebounds comes from the amount of space in your hands, how do you practice controlled rebound strokes? This exercise isolates each hand to help you hear how they sound on their own, then uses double stops to help you hear if your hands actually sound the same. If they do, you'll hear 3 or 4 quick pops. But if one of your hands is slightly different, it will sound like bad flams. This exercise works on 3 strokes, but there's another variation that works on 4 strokes. Another great exercise to practice controlling the amount of space in your hands to create a controlled rebound is 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. Your hands alternate throughout the exercise while you switch back and forth between 1, 2, 3, and 4 notes per stroke. It's a great way to learn how to control the number of rebounds per stroke. You can find these exercises and more to work on controlled rebound strokes in this playlist. But there are thousands more free exercises and drumming tips in my YouTube channel's home tab. Click on a header to show all of the playlists in each section and use timestamps in the description to jump to a specific BPM or drumming tip.